Alright, we should be live. Oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Alright, let me change this to...
Okay, it is live now, yeah.
Alright, perfect.
My face is frozen, though.
Your face is... Oh, I have to freaking... Okay, there we go. Is it moving now?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to have your thing on.
For more information, please do visit our show Bushiroad website and the Vanguard Zero website.
Okay, I'm gonna be pausing our stream, though, obviously, just to watch the live one.
Yeah, of course.
Then perhaps these attractive prizes are. As before, the top 4 of the circuit get in-game sleeves, a title...
Yo, 100,000 best friends, let's go.
Alright, so while we're waiting for them to go through the Vanguard Zero news, which I'm pretty sure neither of us plays, let's talk about some of the teasers that they announced for Weiss. So I think there were two or three. No, three. There were three. All right. So the first one, do you remember? It was like the love one, right? What was? I forgot the exact wording for that one. Let me pull it up on Twitter.
I don't remember the wording either. I just remember the hearts.
Yeah, let me pull that up on Twitter real quick. So Bushiroad. Oh, it was Weiss Schwarz specifically, right?
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, WSTCG English.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first day's teaser.
We think you'll love it.
Yes, we'll think you'll love it, and it's 2 hearts, right? So what do you think that one is?
I mean, I feel like we both pretty much have the same assumptions. So for this one, a lot of people are thinking that it's Kaguya set 2, right?
Correct. Kaguya set 2.
A lot of the sets that they've been releasing in English recently, for the most part, have been expansions to already existing sets, and for the most part, they've been saving the new releases, or like a lot of the new releases that aren't just expansions have been a lot of like English original stuff. And then we also get like some recently we have like Tokyo Revengers and Danmachi, but a lot of the sets that people are expecting are for the most part just expansion sets to English sets that don't already have all their sets. So Kaguya seems like the easiest guess for this.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I also think it's gonna be Kaguya set 2, especially since we just got it in JP. And while it's pretty strong, it's definitely not like problematic. I don't think Kaguya set 2 is going to warrant any bans, so it feels pretty safe to bring it to English without any major issues. Now the second one is It's a Date with the kiss emoji. I think this one's pretty obvious. Data Live is getting...
This one's pretty easy.
Data Live is getting the next set. It's not out in JP yet, which is you know, kind of surprising that they're already planning on bringing it over so quickly. But again, from the cards that we've seen revealed, doesn't seem to be the problematic set that Data Live set 1 was. So hopefully, you know, it's going to be easy to port over without many issues. And now that we do have a ban list, you know, if there is an update to the ban list, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the ban list changes over as well. Alright, so the last one. This one is the kind of difficult one, right? So the last one is everything is about to change, and then it's the down arrow emoji. So we have a few spicy theories, but I still think they're theories. I don't think, I think it's probably the most likely thing, but this could be quite literally anything. Like, there's nothing in JP that matches this description currently, right?
Right. So the biggest indication, or like, there are certain theories, but I definitely think that the Avatar theory is the front runner. People brought up the everything is about to change when the Fire Nation attacked, right? And the down arrow, you know, Aang, he's got the tattoo, the down arrow on his head. So that's the big front runner theory for that. I would be surprised, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if that ends up being the case. To be completely honest, it's like the sort of thing where I feel like people have been rallying for that, kind of as a joke and kind of also not as a joke for the longest time now. Kind of like they have been with Ruby, and look where we are now, right?
Right, exactly. Oh, Randall can be turned up a bit. All right, I'm gonna turn you up a bit. I'll turn you up a bit. I got you.
Okay. Were there any other particular theories that you saw? Because at least with me, when the Avatar prediction was like brought to my attention, I just kind of like centered in on like, oh yeah, that one makes a lot of sense. Like, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to other potential theories, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I think so. Like, when I first saw the Avatar theory, it was just somebody posted a picture of Aang's face, and I was like, okay, fine, that's a nice joke, down arrow, right? And then I think it was Connor, right? And he just posted like everything changed with the Fire Nation attack, and I was like, oh my god,
wait a minute.
Hold up, right? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the down arrow, if it's not the Aang arrow, it literally could be anything. I just really can't think of it. Cause like, remember when Seven Deadly Sins, it was the compass rose, right? And nobody guessed it was gonna be Seven Deadly Sins. It was like the weirdest connection, right? So like, I don't know, maybe there's like some anime that has like a down arrow in like the English, like the localized English title that like we don't know about.
Dude, I've got no clue what it could possibly be if there's like a down arrow.
Right, exactly.
Like that's so abstract, except for like literally you look at Aang's head and you're like, yo, he has an arrow on his head.
Forehead, right? Yeah. I will say that we already have 2 English originals this year, right? Or yeah, English originals. So we have
Chainsaw Man is not considered English original.
Right, but the 2 that we have for this year are Attack on Titan Season 4, which they announced last winter, right? And then
they announced it definitely a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was winter, because I believe we were on
right?
Yeah, winter conference, because I remember the 3 of us were on for that one. And then Seven Deadly Sins, which they announced on spring, which was the previous stream, right? And I think
AOT was the one that I wasn't on.
Oh, was that the one you were on? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it's kind of funny how like we started doing these streams starting from winter, and then we've been getting these English original like back to back, right? And after Seven Deadly Sins, we thought that was gonna be the last one. So like, I don't think anybody was expecting an English original announcement for this stream. But if we get one,
I mean, if this does end up being English original, then I think it's reasonable to assume that it would be an early 2023 set rather than one coming out this year.
Yeah.
Both of the ones that we already have are coming out in 2022 confirmed, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
assuming no delays. Right?
Assuming no delays. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this is like quite an interesting pattern, right? Because again, it's 3 streams, like basically one for each season, and we've been getting an English original. Assuming this one is an English original, we'd be getting one back to back to back. Is this going to be like a pattern going forward? Like, are they actually upping the rate of English originals in English, or is this just kind of like a happy coincidence? You know, like a whirlwind of, like, what do you think?
Well, I definitely think that if it does end up being a pattern, that it's a good thing moving forward, because like something that we've discussed with like Connor sometimes, because Connor's the one that like brought this up, is that like all the sets that he could potentially see coming to English is just like expansion to this, expansion to this, expansion to this, Quince 2, Data Live 2, Kaguya 2, Sword Art Anniversary, maybe, but like it's all just expansions to stuff that's already coming out. And so eventually, like, we're gonna hit the end of the line with that, right?
Right.
And so they've got to introduce something new at some point. And so I feel like if they are going into this like new territory and actually bringing in these exciting new titles more frequently, especially with like this era of in-person tournaments coming back and a lot of people are really getting back into the game, this could definitely be a really good way to create excitement for the game and really get a lot of people to just put all their attention onto Weiss Schwarz moving forward.
Right, for sure. I definitely think that's the case. Yeah, I for one welcome all the English originals, you know, and I can't wait to be contacted when they finally bring DDLC into Weiss. Oh, let's. With that being said, let's. Okay, wait. All right, what's up?
All right, so we just had Seven Deadly Sins second set, which we've already known about since the previous stream. And okay, we're basically just like recapping right now.
Okay, so this one's is December, right? So at the very end of the year.
Yeah, Bunny Girl Set 2, October 14th.
Oh, I think you're a little ahead of me.
Yeah, I did the playback speed, so like Psychono just appeared on my screen.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely ahead of me.
This
I'm trying to think.
from the Rascal Does Not Dream
I kind of don't want to. Well, I guess to sync us up,
Well,
I'll play back to you
either
guys.
I'm ahead by looking at the actual stream, or I'm behind by looking at like our
Right.
stream,
Yeah. No.
so-
No. I'll speed up so I can catch up to you, so we can have the same reaction at the same time.
Sure.
All right. I'm on 2 times right now. Let's go.
fly.
Okay.
Flyer. Well, it needs some training. But you know what isn't a dream?
Maid Dragon,
So
right?
Kobayashi just popped up. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Booster packs for
I think I just caught up to live. Nice.
Yeah. And so the big thing that people were concerned about for Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is the potential censorship of some of
Right.
the, more Booba cards
Right,
in
right.
the trial deck. And at least from Bushiroad statements that we've heard so far, they have no plans to change any of the art. So
Okay.
for those of you that are looking to hunt down those
Uh-huh.
trial deck SPs, that's
Yeah.
definitely good.
Oh.
SSP.
Oh!
That's
Oh!
definitely good news for you.
Love
Oh,
is War?
There it comes. There it is. Kaguya Season 2.
All right,
Right,
let's
not
go.
season two,
Set two. Set two.
Yeah.
So if your definition of love falls within any of those mentioned, well, you'll be happy to know that Kaguya-sama
Yep.
Love is War Season
Yeah, let's go. Booster pack season 2.
just yet, but don't worry. Love will be coming.
So
No
just for
date, no
clarification,
date.
So
So we
they
can't very well talk about love without
they
talking
put season,
about date,
but it's
right?
just set 2, right?
One
Because it
date
has
is
season
enough
3 as
sometimes,
well.
so
No.
Did
we need to,
did
you know, maybe even
Tsubame have or
Yeah.
was Tsubame in season 2?
Yes, Tsubame
Actually,
was in season 2.
I don't
She was
remember.
introduced as she was introduced without a name in season 2, I believe.
Amazing one.
But she
Oh,
does
wait,
appear.
It was the very end of season 2 when
Correct.
when Ishigami does the
Yeah.
the cheer squad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
English edition
Oh!
original
Okay, and we just
English
saw Data
original?
Live.
for some time now.
So we just saw Data Live.
Yes.
Set volume 2. This is another one of the sets that we basically.
Everything changed.
Oh my god!
Oh!
they
It's
actually-
Go out in the chat with
Oh my god! The Fire
Oh
Nation.
my god!
Holy
It's
moly.
actually Avatar. They got
actually-
Nickelodeon.
the stage of Weiss
Dude,
Wow.
we signed Nickelodeon. Dude, Bushiroad actually signed with Nickelodeon? How?
That's crazy.
How?
for you for Weiss Schwarz.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay, so no date on any of those. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
2023 for all of them then.
Right.
Oh,
The end of this announcement conference.
dude, they just dropped it
Okay.
like that.
That's-
Okay.
That's just kind of crazy. They just kind of went like back to back to back, like we're
Yeah.
just going in.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I guess they just didn't have any extra information to talk about, and they were just like, freaking, here you go. Holy
Alright,
shit.
So all right. So now that we know that Avatar: The Last Airbender is indeed coming to Weiss, we have to ask the question: how much of Avatar is it going to encompass? Right? Because like I'm sure a lot of people are going to be wanting to see some of their characters that don't appear until like later on in Avatar: Last Airbender. So like fan favorite characters like Toph.
Toph,
I know
right.
A lot of people
Yeah.
down bad for Azula. They want Azula to step on them. Right? And, like there's so many characters and there's so much possibilities
Right.
for how much could go into the set. And so
Right.
I'm really personally excited, even though like I don't necessarily like have plans to buy into it, but it's just so exciting to think about the fact that Avatar: The Last Airbender is coming to Weiss Schwarz.
That's just
And it's just, like-
crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think for me, the Avatar set like pickup, it's like specifically targeted not to like it's like specifically targeted to our generation who like grew up with Avatar, like you know, because like Avatar is like not something that the younger generation, I guess like the Zoomers out there would be really familiar with. Like they're more familiar with like Korra, right? Like that's like what happened later, right? This is like OG
honestly-
Avatar potentially.
I honestly think we're like even getting into the point where like Korra is considered like an older show as well, because
Dang,
like
really?
it's been out for like years now as well, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Actually, I will say that you know how like they announced Star Wars or the Star Wars set. It's like it says Star Wars, but they actually included not just the original 6, but they actually included cards from like the
seventh movie, right?
seventh movie, right? So I'm wondering if it says Avatar: The Last Emperor, but maybe they'll actually have like a few Korra cards potentially, right? Like it's like so open-ended. Again, like I have no idea what kind of deal they signed with Nickelodeon for this, but that's absolutely wild. Holy shit. That's so funny.
I actually just have a thought. So I have this theory, all right?
Uh-huh.
I think that if they end up doing like not signed cards for this, like let's say hypothetically they end up doing stamps like they would for like some of the other sets, like it's
Right.
obviously up in the air whether or not they're going to be able to get like voice actor signatures or stamps, but
Uh-huh.
I just have a feeling that if they end up doing stamps for this set, that they're probably going to look like really, really good. Like I feel like they have just a lot of material to go off to make the SPs look really, really nice.
Right. I mean, again,
know,
like,
like-
cause cause each of the elements they have like a symbol, right? They could totally do something really nice with that, like image, and just like, and then
Yeah,
maybe
with, like,
even
the kingdoms, yeah.
yeah, the kingdoms, and then like colored stamps for each of the elements potentially. That'd be really
Oh,
cool.
that would be sick.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody did mention that we don't have cards from episodes 1 to 3 for Star Wars, but we have like 4 to 7, right? So yeah, again,
Yeah, it's 4 to 7.
so yeah, I wonder how much of Avatar, like you mentioned, is this going to encompass, right? Is it going to just be the early stuff like they did with Ruby, because like Ruby went up to like the Fall of Beacon, right? And then, or is this going to encompass like a little bit of everything? Yeah, dude, this is crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, honestly, it's just Schwarz Rin in the chat says, I think they're gonna milk it and do book 1 first, book 2 and 3 later, or just do one set and core later. I think that honestly, I think doing all of regular Avatar is just honestly, I think it might be too much for just a single set. Like I feel like if they wanted to do multiple sets, I feel like they might do at least like just the first 2 books maybe. That's just a like ballpark estimate. Just like I obviously don't have anything like official on that, but that's probably how much material that I would try to do that I think would be appropriate for a single set. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, again, it really depends on what kind of deal they signed with Nick for this, right? For example, for the Ruby set, they covered quite a lot. It was like if I were kind of planning Ruby and I wanted this to be like a set that they went back to multiple times, I wouldn't have covered nearly as much as they did, right? They went up to like Amber, like that's like volume 4 and 5, right? Of Ruby.
It ends at the end of volume 3. The end of volume 3 is where the Ruby cards end.
Wait, really? Was Raven in the show at that point? I thought Raven was
she had like a cameo.
Oh, did she? Oh, never mind.
But the ends end like at the end of the tournament arc where like, you know, Cinder kills Pyrrha and then Ruby gets like her semblance awakening.
Right. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I thought they went further than that. Oh, it's just the first 3 volumes. Okay, in that case, then yeah, I think they might do something similar to what they did with Ruby, where they do a decent chunk, but then still leave room to come back and revisit if the deal either allows them to, or if they already have signed this, assuming like a multiple set kind of release, right? Yeah. Silver Eye Power.
I'm just gonna
right, that's
check.
right.
I'm just gonna check real quick. I want to see where season 1 ends, where book 1 ends, because I just want to like double check.
Right. Okay. So more
let me see,
stamps
so-
and sets we know. Okay, we don't know that Avatar is stamps. So like for Ruby, for example, they actually got the English voice actors to sign, right? So it's potentially possible that they'll find it. I think that's going to be harder for Avatar though, because again, these are like voice talents from like many years ago, and then it's going to be hard to track them down. Nick might not even have them on contract or, you know, like connections with them. So it's most likely going to be stamps, because like similar to what they did with like, okay, well, Star Wars is a different beast, but like, and that idea of like, if they were to get the Star Wars voice actors, it would be like such a hurdle for them, right? I think stamps is most likely.
All right, so also Benson in the chat saying it was Silver Eye Power, not Semblance. My bad.
Yeah.
Did forget that, but yeah. So checked the end of season 1 was at the North Pole when Aang does like the really big Avatar state thing, and the Fire Nation Navy gets absolutely destroyed, and then Sokka's girlfriend becomes the moon. But there's no Toph. That means there's no Toph, no Azula if we ended there. So I don't think that they're going to end at the end of book 1. I do think that they're going to go to book 2.
Right.
And they really want to, you know, milk all the people that are big fans of the characters that don't appear until season 2.
Right. Like Toph and Azula, right? Is this even going to be an anime set, or is this going to be just like Avatar, the set, right? Because Avatar isn't. I mean, it has an anime, obviously, but there is a book series. I think the book series was first. It came first, and then the anime. I'm not 100% sure, or it's one or the other. I remember reading the books.
Is it?
Actually didn't watch the anime. I read the comic books. Yeah, I
didn't even know there were comic books.
Yeah, there's like Avatar comic books. I remember reading the comic books when I was there's the live action. Okay, it's definitely not the live action movie, but
All right, let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the animation just by the fact that like they even bothered to put Nickelodeon there.
That's true.
On the screen.
Oh, so it was the show was first, and then it got spun into comics and novels. Okay, yeah, because I remember reading the comics. That was actually how I first kind of knew about Avatar. Okay, but yeah, actually, you're right. If it's Nickelodeon, it's definitely going to be the cartoon animation. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
that's actually so crazy.
The thing that I'm most excited to see is just how much of the show that they managed to put into one set. Just because of the characters and knowing the fan base, they're going to want to see those characters that don't appear until season 2. And then, as I said earlier, I'm really excited to see what they could do with the SPs, like whether it's voice actor or not. Like if they just end up going with like some sort of like symbols, like the elemental symbols for the kingdoms. I think that they definitely have a lot of room to make something that looks really, really good and can appeal to the fans. So that's
right.
Those are personally the two things that I'm most excited to see out of Avatar.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Lonely Prince in chat says that Fire Nation doesn't get the shot trigger unless they're in yellow, unfortunately.
This is gonna be the easiest color you've ever seen. It's literally all there in the manual. Just put the airbenders on green, put the waterbenders and the firebenders on blue and red, and then put the earthbenders on yellow.
Yeah, it's pretty easy peasy.
Yeah. I could definitely see them deviating from that. Like obviously there have been predictions in the past where we thought it was going to be like super easy peasy color coded like Konosuba, and then they end up like putting Kazuma in yellow and not including green at all. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, right?
Ooh, actually, Airbender and yellow for Wind Trigger. We might switch yellow and green.
True.
Yeah. True. Wow, that's crazy. So Kaguya-sama, Daylight Volume 2, and then Avatar, all presumably 2023. Is there anything else on this release schedule that we don't know about yet? I guess, did we have dates for Kobayashi before? It was November?
I don't remember if we had dates. Yeah, I just don't remember if we had a date for it. But we do now, so November 18th.
Earthbenders are in green, bars are metal. Dude, this is genius. Like, gold bars are metal. That's
just
freaking
getting massively outsmarted in the chat. I'm just not smart enough to comprehend the set design.
Yeah, grass is green as well, dude. Go touch grass, man. All right, look at the release schedule here. So at the end of this month, Tokyo Revengers, and then Quint's Attack on Titan, Hololive Premium Booster, and then Dreaming Girl. Did we know Dreaming Girl was in October? I think we did, right? Oh no, we didn't.
Beats me, man.
Oh yeah, okay. I think maybe
I just remember which sets are coming out. Not
right. So I think the from the October sets on, I think these are actual dates. Or I have a feeling I remembered Seven Deadly Sins was December before though. I could be wrong. Wow, we have a lot of releases coming up. This is quite a lot. Are Kaguya 2 and Daylight 2 already out in Japan? Kaguya 2 just came out last week. Daylight 2 is not out yet. It will be the next set release.
Yeah, it comes out in like a week or two, I think.
Yeah.
The reveals for that are ongoing currently. Let me just double check real quick. It comes out on August 5th. So that is in 2 weeks and a couple days.
2 weeks, yes. Yeah.
So far, though, I'm honestly not particularly impressed with a majority of the card quality. There are obviously some standout cards that we've seen, like the Kurumi level 0 and the Yamai early play, but a lot of the other stuff, it looks honestly pretty tame. Not looking like it's going to be particularly problematic. Of course, we do have cards like that 3-2 Origami, which I think is like mega copium, but some other people beg to differ and are like, yeah, this is going to be revolutionizing level 0 game, but we'll just have to wait and see for that, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm still waiting for the card that they're gonna print to go with the origami. I still refuse to believe that origami is supposed to be played as a standalone card. But yeah. So I don't think Daylight Volume 2 is nearly as strong as Volume 1. They definitely toned it down a lot more, brought down the power level, so it should not really rock the boat too much. Kaguya Set 2, kind of similar. It is definitely not as strong as Set 1. Although I do think it's a lot better now that I've got my hands on it and have been testing it. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, just based on the reveals alone. And so it is definitely going to help the deck a lot, especially since it got hit pretty badly on the ban list. So
yeah, I think the biggest things Set 2 that have been impressing me, at least from a perspective of spectating games of it, and I played against it just the one time last week against Simu in tournament. The biggest standout cards for me personally have been the Chica Brainstorm and the Hayasaka runner and the Musashi event. Those personally have, I think, been the biggest 3 standouts, just because they're such general cards and can fit into old strategies and new strategies, and it's just, they seem like the cards that I feel like can find their way into most decks and put in a lot of work.
Yeah, and as for me, having played the set, I think the 2 big standout cards for me have been the Kaguya Double Rare, the on-play Event Kome, so you can look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. It just gives the deck so much mill that it was lacking before. Playing Kaguya Set 1, if you Kaguya players out there, you guys know it's such a pain to mill in that deck. So Set 2 solves your mill problems with that card. And then also the Miko PR. That Miko PR is absolutely nuts. I think it's the best card in the set. Right? Yeah, the helmet card. It's so good. I think it's the best card in the set. And so, yeah, Kaguya definitely gets a lot of help with the second booster. So you guys can look forward to that. It's going to be really exciting. All right. Well, any last... Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just going to say, overall, that was a really short stream. Like, it was just basically like a 18-20 minute-ish stream. And they just kind of went through it. They were just like some recap, and then boom, set. And yeah, now we're here, right?
Yeah, it was just like product announcement. I think because they already made the tournament announcements like on their website and not in an actual conference, they didn't have that bit of content that they usually do. Because I think, yeah, like they usually announce like the tournaments and stuff like that on these streams, but since they already announced BCS, so they didn't have to break it here. So it was just like product announcements. But I do like having stream announcements like this rather than just like throwing stuff on the website, because this is a great way to build hype, build attention, get people looking in the same direction, right? You can like send this link to friends, to people who are interested in the game. They can all come and watch and have this moment together. So I'm all for it. I want to see this every season. It's really great.
Yeah, I think what really made it seem like really short for me, or for probably a lot of people, is just that when you compare it to like the JP streams, like they really like take their time between like each of the set announcements. They'll spend like a good like per set, right? And then in this one, they just kind of went from one to the next, and it was just it's honestly just like really fast.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty fast. Someone in chat is asking thoughts on no restriction update. So no, I guess specifically no hit to Mushoku Tensei, because that was the only thing that got hit in Japan that would have been reflected in the English. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Personally, I was kind of surprised that Mushoku Tensei got hit in JP in the first place. So I'm not surprised on them not doing any sort of restriction list update. I think if anything, they want to at least go through one more series of competitive events before they decide to add anything new to the list, because Mushoku Tensei wasn't even in the metagame at BSF Online, or not BSF Online, BRO Online 2021, which was at the start of this year. And we've only had one tournament season with it, which was the BSF Team Series. And I think if anything, they do want to get maybe at least I don't remember the time frame between BRO and Bushiroad Championship Series starting.
It's like a month. or less. It's like super short notice. Like you won't have that much time between BRO and BCS. I think if they're not hitting Mushoku now, they won't hit it until after BCS if they're going to hit it at all. Which, similar to you, I also don't think they're going to hit it at all. I
don't think we even have dates yet for BCS.
Oh, they gave like months. I think they said August to January. Or September.
Okay.
September. It's like either August or September to January. But it was like basically right after BRO. Like the month after or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So I think that I think it's fine that they're not hitting anything right now, and I think that it's fine for them to just wait until after probably like BCS for them to see if they need to implement anything new. I think Mushoku Tensei at least said I don't think it necessarily needs to get hit, as I said earlier.
You kind of lagged out there a little bit on my end, but yeah, I think I also agree. Like, I would be kind of surprised if by the next ban list Mushoku is still hit in Japan, because I feel like it was like the awkward, like an awkward timing where around the time where they hit Mushoku, like the meta in Japan just like escalated like way past Mushoku. Like I think Mushoku is like not good right now in the Japanese meta because they just got so many like powerful sets right afterwards. And yeah, I think they could not hit it in English. And then by the time BCS is actually, I even think by the time we get to BCS for Weiss, like we'll have like Quince and then potentially Attack on Titan for some of them. So like those could just like completely push Mushoku down or out. And then like, yeah, I guess by the end of that circuit, like I don't think it will nearly be as dominant. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see though.
But yeah, well, we have no idea. But yeah, I think so. Yeah, mostly I think we're in agreement that it's fine for them not to hit it. Yeah, I think it's
at
fine.
least not without first seeing more results, I would say.
Correct. I agree. All right. Well.
Okay.
Any last thoughts before we close the stream, or any last questions from the chat? I guess we can just do a little closing bit here.
I think I've pretty much said everything that I wanted to say. As far as the predictions, like the Kaguya one and the Data Live one were pretty easy to recognize. If anything, the spicy one did end up being the Avatar: The Last Airbender one, which did end up coming true. Yeah, not really much else to say. It's just very surprising that Avatar: The Last Airbender ended up just being in as the third one.
Yeah, likewise. I think very excited for Avatar. I do hope we get some like sample cards sooner or later, just so we can get an idea of what the set is going to be like and what the art's going to look like. I think that's like a very big question that I have. Is like, if it looks good, that's going to be a huge selling point and potentially a great way to bring other people from outside the game into like interested in English Weiss. Yeah, I think like with all these English original titles, it's really making me excited for English Weiss in a way I've never been before. I think, for as long as I've been playing Weiss, I've always been like a Japanese mainly player because they had all the stuff. They had all the like more sets, all the sets that I wanted to play. But now like English has been looking more and more exciting. I've been looking forward to English set releases. They've been getting really cool stuff. It's a great time to be into Weiss Schwarz for sure. All right, and that's gonna be it for this stream. Unfortunately, Mike couldn't make it. He's at work right now, or I guess he just got home recently. But yeah, hopefully for the next one, the three of us will be together. And yeah, thanks for watching the stream with us, experiencing this really cool moment, and look forward to some gameplay videos for Danmachi coming your way for the rest of this week. Until the next time,
we've got some spicy games for Danmachi coming up. So you guys keep on the lookout for those.
All right, that's what that's what I like to hear. All right, see you guys later. Bye.
Are we clear?